Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
When you are victorious in a game, that emotional, that chippy, is it extra sweet?
It is. It's December in an NBA season and an emotional game, a chippy game. But this is good. It's good for our team. It's good for their team. It builds our character. It's great to be on the winning side.
What Zion did tonight, especially in the fourth quarter, it's almost as if he just said, all right, I'm done messing around. We're just going to go win this thing. Is there something that you said to him, something, a flip that switched somehow for him?
No, I didn't say anything to him. I think that's just who he is. He understands time, score, situation. He understands the moment. And he made big plays after big plays. He got the steal, went down and finished, hit the three that was big for us. It's just, that's what great players do.
I'm sure it's hard to choose a favorite moment. There are so many accolades, so many things he does so well. Is there one thing in this game that you could point to that you're most proud of him, that shows the most growth, that you think really defines him?
I'm proud of him no matter what happens, what he's overcome already early in his career, how he handles adversity, how he handles being in the spotlight is tough. And to see how he's building this season in terms of getting his game, back at a high level. He's working, he's watching film, he's working with Coach Teresa Weatherspoon, and they're getting after it. So I'm extremely proud of him for what he does, both on and off the floor.
The three hit in the fourth quarter got the lead down to 2. What'd you think about the confidence from him to pop that one?
If he's open, anybody on our team, if you're open and you work on it, shoot it. And big time shot, big time play by Trey to drive the ball. I think it was Trey that drove the ball to the lane and kicked it out. So a number of big plays down the stretch for us, and that's what it takes.
Yeah, and they were sending a lot of extra help at him anyway. What do you think about? I know you want him to make the right play, but what do you think about just him being able to score against the wall sometimes like that?
It's incredible. His touch when he gets down the lane with 2-3 guys hanging on him, and he still is somehow able to find the glass. And then he does a great job of finding his teammates as well. So, it's a luxury for us to have a player, a person like Z, and he had a dominant performance tonight.
Yeah. As he's making that progression to become one of the better players in this league, how important is it to show performances like this where he can not just put up the numbers but take over in the fourth when you guys need it late in the game?
It's extremely important. It's important for him. It's important for all of our guys. Like I said before, we're not even fully healthy as a unit yet. So I think I speak for our whole group that we're extremely proud of what we're doing. We know we have a long ways to go. We know there will be some adjustments, but when Zion does what he did tonight, it makes everybody on our team better.
And how big is it just showing a complete game, like Christian said, the three-pointer, getting the steal, not just the stuff we know him for, but doing everything there late in the game?
Yeah, I think that's the maturation progress of Z along with other guys, is that they'll continue to add to their games as they get experience in the league. And looking at how teams guard him, a lot of guys are backing up and going into the paint, and so he's going to have some of those shots open. And tonight he just played a balanced game. He dominated where he needed to on both ends of the floor.
And not to overlook his third quarter where he had 19 points. And Zion came right out of halftime looking very aggressive. I think he looked to drive on 3 or 4 possessions. Did you guys say anything to him at halftime maybe?
We didn't say much. We watched some film, a few clips, and just talked about, right now the game is a little funky in terms of our rhythm and moving the ball. We just need to be a bit forceful, get into our sets, have better execution. I don't know if that's what sparked him or not, but like I said, he understands the moment.
And D'Angelo and Ant really gave you guys a tough time tonight, especially Ant getting into the lane. What finally worked for you? Because I saw some, zone there in the third quarter, but nothing seemed to work for a while.
There's some areas that I'm sure we'll go back and look at the tape and we know we can be better. But those two guys are really good basketball players, and They have the ability to score at the basket. They can shoot threes. They can get to the foul line. They're crafty. They present matchup problems for most teams. So, we try to throw some different looks at them. We hit Edwards a few times, doubled him, got the ball out of his hands, ran some zone to try to break up their timing and rhythm. But they're a well-coached team, and they can execute.
Hey, Willie, when Zion gets going like that, in the moment, are you able to really appreciate it, or do you have to go back and watch the film and be like, wow, this is what he was doing? Like, can you appreciate it in that moment?
Sometimes it's difficult in the moment, but I remind myself of how difficult, how hard it is, how challenging it is to be as great as he is. I couldn't do any of the stuff that he was doing, so for sure, I'm appreciative as a player that had an opportunity to play in the NBA and not have what he has, and then as a coach, how he's able to do it night in and night out, and lift his teammates up at the same time. So it's incredible to watch.
Coach, this team is second in the NBA in fourth quarter scoring. He scored another 33 points a night. What does this say about how well this team can execute down the stretch when the game matters the most?
It speaks to the preparation of our coaching staff, our performance medical team, and then our players. It's something that we work on constantly, is having an environment to play in depending on who we match up against. In the last 5 or 6 minutes, especially in close games, we want to dial teams up with our execution on both ends of the floor. So it's good to see us win some of these games, some of these close games, because I think it builds our character going down the stretch of the season.
Coach, this is your 11th starting 5 unit throughout the year. Are you trying to use that to help with the camaraderie of the team, or is that just putting something together, if you don't mind giving me a take on that?
It's the cards that we're being dealt, and you just make adjustments accordingly. And the beauty in it is that all of our guys down the line are ready to step up when their number's called, and we're extremely blessed and thankful to have a group like we do. But it's not something that we go in the season saying, okay, we want to start all of these different lineups, but it happens throughout the course of the year. Okay, thank you.